Back on Inside Tennessee with our ongoing conversation about Tennessee Governor Bill Lee's plan to expand vouchers across the state. We asked those school leaders that we've been hearing from what they would say if they could sit one-on-one and have a conversation with the governor. Here's what they said.
You've done some great things for our state. You've done some great things for, say, with the CTE programs. This is not great. There's no research that says it is. There's no way that you can make us more successful. Give us what we need to not only to do better, but to become great. And I think you'll see the fire these people have in them and the passion they have. That's because they love what they do, and we all do. And it's unique, but you give us the resources we need that we can be more successful than what we are.
I'm inviting him to come and spend the day with me in my building and walk through my classrooms, maybe even teach a class. And see what's going on. I invite you to do that so that you really see the people that you're going to affect and that you really see the students that you're going to affect. Walk into my CDC classroom with me and see the kids you're going to affect and do the right thing for us.
And we're thankful we have A schools, but they have 18% economically disadvantaged percentages, okay? And the people with 54% or more, like some of us sitting here, I mean, they're F schools. And there's a true correlation behind that. Poverty is very difficult. I mean, it just is. And when they say that public schools are fully funded, come sit and talk on the phone with a parent that says, I need a nurse in my kid's school, and we don't have the money to pay for it. You know, so come and sit with us in the trenches.
And plead with them not to play games with their kids, not to play politics with their kids. They're too valuable. And what we need to do is invest in the school system that we have, the public school system, make it the best in the country, invest into it in a way that gives us a chance to meet the needs of our kids, to meet the behavior and all needs. When we talk about academics, we're talking about the social, emotional, behavioral, all needs that our kids have. There are a lot. There's a tremendous amount of needs, and it takes a ton of resources and a ton of people to make that happen. And we just don't need to play games.
And I think to say that the students in Anderson County are being shortchanged because we don't have vouchers is a total misrepresentation.
Yeah.
And I think that if there's something out there that our students need, we're going to do our best to get that. Our county commissioners, our school board members, they really and truly work every day to make sure that our students have what they need. But it's about every student every day.
Look beyond the classroom and the school. Look at the homes that these children in rural school districts are living in. Do you want them to stay in a homeschooled environment like that? Would you not rather they come to a school where they can have a hot breakfast, a hot lunch, a snack? They can be with people who are going to meet their needs. They're going to provide them the resources they need, whether they're social, emotional, or academic. You can't take just a little snapshot of a student and think that you are providing them with what they need.
And I feel like if he would open up his heart and learn a little bit more about the mission work that we do and the successes and miracles that happen every single day, you couldn't help but to fight for every kid, because vouchers don't serve all children. It is about school's choice. And we should never, never put our kids in that position.
I appreciate your candor and your passion, but I wonder if you are resigned that this is going to happen whether you like it or not, or if you're going to keep resisting it.
I will keep resisting it.
I feel good after watching, like I said, Texas. It's possible. We see that there's a way, and there's a reason the bill hasn't been released yet. There's a reason.
Do you continue to talk to the lawmakers or try to squeeze them?
Absolutely.
Always.
Yes.
Always, yep.
Every time, yes.
We want to point one other thing out. We invited many superintendents and directors of schools. Those 7 were the ones that agreed to come. We also invited Knox County Schools. Obviously, we would. They're one of the biggest school systems in the state. We did not have Dr. Reiswick to come, but we did get a statement. We'll read it. At KCS, we are committed to preparing every student to excel academically and to graduate ready for their future. Our educators and staff work extremely hard every day to improve academic outcomes for students, and I'm proud of the impact we're making, we are focused on providing a high-quality education for all students, and I'm confident that our families recognize this commitment and will continue to choose Knox County schools.
All right. Let's wrap this discussion with some final thoughts from each of you. Susan, again, the legislature is controlled by the Republicans, but rural Republicans have a major voice in what happens.
Yeah.
Will they be convinced?
Well, it remains to be seen. They have been opposed to the original voucher bill and some of the ESAs. It will be interesting to see what they do. I think they have a real strong point about the correlation between poverty and learning. You know, not every home has two parents who read to them when they go to bed every night. And I have a lot of concern about that and the accountability. My concern is if they don't have accountability in the homeschool, are people just going to keep their kids home and take the money? So hopefully there will be, when we see the details, there will be accountability at least on that homeschool piece.
Don?
So, I mean, remember, and we talked about this off air, you know, at school, these kids are getting 2 meals, a snack, they're getting some oversight. The teachers, as mandatory reporters of child abuse, often are almost always the first ones to spot this. There are going to be largely 2 groups of people that take this money, in my opinion. They're going to be those that already are in private school and are going to take it as a subsidy to continue in private school, or they're right on the cusp of being able to go to private school, and it will put them over the edge. You're not going to go to and I'll use the Knoxville examples, Webb, ESK, Catholic, the top tier private schools for anywhere near what this voucher provides, or the other group, the parents that just want to take the money. You go up to Scott County where you have a methamphetamine and fentanyl problem, approaching 20-25% of the population. You're going to find rife abuse in the homes. There's going to be no oversight over these children, and we're going to lose kids. We're going to lose kids. And again, that goes to the oversight problem. There's no structure in place, and it's not like something you could build.
We haven't seen it
But
yet.
you can't build it up in a year. This is a massive undertaking that the public school systems have structure, have accountability, have a system. Yes, they failed in some regards, but let them compete with each other within the system that exists. That's where that money should go.
We've got to take a final quick break on Inside Tennessee. Back with our talk around and more from the governor's State of the State right after this.